Welcome to Glowing Success. My name is Heidi and I am your host. This podcast is for beauty entrepreneurs. Join me weekly as we dive into the beauty industry's ins and outs, from business strategies, top-selling services, and taboo topics. I will be interviewing industry leaders with empowering stories and game-changing insights. Let's illuminate your path to success together. Let's jump into this next episode. Welcome back to Glowing Success. Today's episode is all about slow season strategy. So how to keep clients coming during the dip, okay? During the season where it might be a little slower. If you are feeling like things are a little bit quieter in your business, just know that you're not alone. Summer and vacation season tends to bring in a little bit more of a slowdown, especially when it comes to social media, but sometimes it can be slower season for businesses, in-person services, just like ours in the beauty industry as well. People are doing all sorts of stuff. But a slow season doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. This is actually the perfect time to get proactive with strengthening your business from the inside out, okay? We're going to go over 5 different ways that I can help you, stay grounded with your business, but also stay in touch with those clients while maybe they're doing other things. And so they can come back, or you can attract those new clients to your business, right? So number 1, stay visible. So even when you're not fully booked, this is a time where, don't disappear on social media. Don't stop doing the things that you've been doing. Still continuously show up on social media. Still continuously show up, in your in-person relationship building efforts, your networking and things like that, because honestly, people are tuning in still, and your raving fans that are still coming to your business and still doing all the things, they are still tuning in. They are still watching. So we need to, curate those relationships just as much. Also, this is an opportunity that you might catch some new eyes that maybe has more downtime or maybe is exploring things because they're able to relax or what have you. So still stay visible, okay? And then, number 2, promote purposefully. So, instead of discounting things, maybe a promotion that feels a little bit more intentional with what's going on. So a limited time or limited quantity of something, or a rebooking incentive, or this is a good time to come out with a loyalty program. So this is also a good time to do your collaborations with your other service providers. So that could be another, purposeful promotion, right? So think about different things when it comes to how you're promoting things, what you're talking about, what you're marketing, okay? This is my favorite. This next one is focus on retention. So honestly, yes, client attraction is very important, but I almost think that client retention is even more important than client attraction sometimes. And I do find that people miss out on this, right? So this is a good time, if you aren't already, if you haven't listened to previous episodes of mine, one thing I talk a lot about is sending regular emails to your email list. So sending those emails, touching base, talking about new things. I want you to be sending an email once a week. That is ideal. But this is a good time to reach out to your regular clients. Just give them a little nudge to rebook, or you can send a personal hey, this is how my summer's going so far, or, just different things. You could celebrate things celebrate, client loyalty, celebrate a new, program you're starting. It could be something as simple as talking about a service a little bit differently. But this is definitely the time to focus in on those clients and say, hey, I see you. I appreciate you. I want to see you back in, because this is the normal frequency for the services that you get. If you are able to, I would love for you to reach out individually with your clients. Now, depending on how many clients you have, sometimes as our client list grows, this is harder to do because it's very time consuming. But if you have a small client list, reaching out to them individually and really customizing that message, it helps immensely. So let's say you have, a brow client, so brow wax client. So maybe they do brow wax, brow tint. And so this is just a general example. Apply it how you will, but say, hey, um, their name. Thank you for coming in on your last appointment. You are due for your next brow tint, brow wax. Let me know and we can fit you into my schedule, something like that. But mention their service, mention that they're due for, another service to maintain that service and something like that, right? This is also a good time to work on your business. So if you have been avoiding, I don't know, you're, looking at how much money you're spending on your supplies, where are you wasting money, things like that, or the cleanliness of your spa. Let's say you haven't done like a very deep clean in a while. Looking at your website, inspecting different things like your Google business page, looking in your business a little bit more, like lift up the covers, so to speak, and really uncover some things. This is really good time to, if something's not working, like if you are looking at a new booking system, or if you're updating your service menu, or if you want to try out some new promotional things, this is the time to work those kinks out. This is the time to spend some extra time doing it because you have the extra time, right? And we all have these things. Like as a business owner, I think the tasks to work on your business never end. I don't know if you feel that way, but I at least feel that way. Like there's always something I could be improving. There's always something I could be working on. There's always something that I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot to do that. So I'm a big like list writer, and I like to put things on my calendar. So those are the two things that I like to do. So I like to put lists in my notes app on my phone, and then I like to put things on my calendar for the day. So those work for me because I know what I'm doing that day task-wise, and I know the things that I want to get back to. I also sometimes will open up like a Google Doc if I have a larger kind of load than what I can really fit on my notes. So it just depends, but this is a good time to reference back if you do that as well. Reference back to those tasks, reference back to those lists that you made like months ago when you were feeling really motivated, or you were like, shoot, I can't forget this, okay? And then last but not least, this is not the time to panic. This is a good time to check in with yourself, like mindset check, right? So like, how are you feeling about your business? How are you feeling about your client load? How are you feeling about, everything that you have going on, everything you have going forward? Let's really check in about what resonates, what's feeling good, like what's not serving you anymore, right? And this kind of goes along with the last one I just talked about, like, what isn't serving you? Like, do you love offering all the services and products that you do? If you do not, like, look into that. Like, why are you offering it if it doesn't make you happy? Or why are you doing something? You know what I mean? So this is a good time to get your mindset check going. I know a lot of business owners, we have imposter syndrome, right? That pops up, or we are just too scared to release something that we've been thinking about for a long time. Maybe this is the time to really dive in and be like, you know what, why am I holding myself back? What's stopping me? Dig deeper into that. And a lot of times we're going to find answers that maybe make us uncomfortable, and that's why we're not doing it in the first place. But dive into that. So if you are wanting to release a new service and it pairs really well with like your top selling service, let's say, that's the perfect case scenario, and you're taking a long time to release it, there's something going on, there's some hold up, right? Look into that. Is it judgment from others? Is it, there's got to be something there that's like holding it back, that's like making it so you're pausing, you know what I mean? So let's check in with ourselves, because this is definitely the time where you could be making those bigger moves. You could be releasing things, and it's going to pique that client's interest that maybe hasn't been in a while, or it'll get a new client load coming into you, so just think about it that way. But it's a good time to get a mindset check. I do believe that like we all kind of need it. So if you are feeling like a little slow, if you're feeling like, man, my books are a little different, Know that sometimes it's normal. Like I said, summertime and vacation season sometimes are tricky because you have clients that are just unplugging, right? Because the weather's nice, they're at a cabin, they're spending more time outside, they're spending more time with family, or spending more time traveling. So this is something that it just happens in the industry. I know a lot of times we get this in January as well, where people are kind of exhausted from the holidays, they're back home, or they're snowbirding, or, if you live in the northern states when we have a lot of winter snow. Here in Minnesota, where I'm from, people snowbird, so they'll probably go down to like Florida, Arizona, places like that are just nicer weather during the winter time, so they can kind of escape winter. But in the summertime, people do a lot of similar things, right? Like they go to their vacation homes, they go to their cabins, especially in Minnesota. A lot of people are at their cabins. A lot of people are unwinding, spending more time outside. So just think of that as, these are opportunities for us to reflect in our business. These are opportunities for us to kind of clean house, so to speak. But definitely stay on top of it, stay visible, do all your marketing things. If you are needing a little bit more guidance with marketing, do not forget I have a beauty business jumpstart program. It's perfect for new business owners. It's perfect for anybody that kind of needs that reset when it comes to operating your business and getting marketing ideas, getting more clarity. I will put the link in the show notes to join that. Also, don't forget I have an Instagram guide. So if you're feeling a little stuck of like, hey, well, Heidi, I want to stay visible on Instagram, but I just have no clue what to do. My guide is great and not only helps you with what to put in your bio, but I give you content ideas. I give you ways that content has worked for many people. I even give you a checklist in there. So I also will put that in the show notes. And you can also book one-on-one sessions with me. So if you haven't already, I offer one free beauty business audit session with me. It's 45 minutes. It's a video conference call. We get to know each other. I will let you know, hey, this is what I see that you could either improve upon, or this is where I see that you could benefit from. We get to know each other a little bit better. If you have not booked that with me yet, please do. I will also put the link down in the show notes. But thank you for listening. I hope you liked that episode and found something useful or tip that you can use immediately. And my episodes come out weekly, so I'll see you in the next episode.